YouTube. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. And tonight, I am making something simple, like all the rest of my recipes, which is just fried chicken, red beans and rice, and biscuits. And with the chicken, I just use regular drumsticks because the kids don't eat anything else but drumsticks. So I season those in the sink, and I just used garlic powder, black pepper, and seasoning salt. I use that to season everything. And for the red beans and rice, I just made it very quick and very simple. And I used 2 cans of Lori's red beans and rice. And I added to my red beans and rice, I added some chili powder and just a little bit of salt. Chili powder and salt, kind of gives it that, little bit spicy taste, a hint of, don't do that. A hint of cayenne pepper, just to give it that little bit of spiciness. And I decided to start filming right now, like almost in the midst of me taking the chicken out. I normally just season it in the sink. And once I season it in the sink, I put, like my mom taught me, a big bag of flour. I put flour in like a grocery bag, maybe that I bagged up myself. Put flour in a grocery bag and just put all the chicken pieces in the grocery bag and just, shake it up to where I'm seasoning, all my chicken kind of evenly, getting a nice flour on it. And normally, because like I said, I cook, but I'm like a new school cooker. I'm sorry for the background noise. I'm just realizing I can barely hear myself, but I'm like a newer age cooker to where, with my mom, she can cook without timing things, but I have to time it just to be sure. So I decided to start filming right in the midst of me taking a batch out and getting ready to put a new batch in. It got really quiet now, but this is just, keep it on low. Keep it on low. Just mix it every now and then. And these, because I tried making regular biscuits one time before, but I just use these. Because it's easier, and they have more of like a homemade taste rather than a breakfast biscuit. So I'm using those. And then this is the bag that I was telling you guys about. Let me see. I'll just try to see if I can show you. Like, I'll just have it in a big bag and double bag it just in case. And, just kind of jumble it up so I can get them nice and floured. And give my grease like a couple minutes to kind of heat back up. I'm sorry if I'm moving fast here on my videos. But one thing I do like to do is that, and I look like I'm pre-killing it, but I like to make sure that my meat is, when it's pushed, it's grease coming out rather than blood. I don't want it bleeding. So, and y'all excuse me, I'm like so old school. A lot of stuff I learned from my mom, like no paper towel, you just rip off some newspaper, and you can drain your chicken by putting it there, so it's not greasy. And when it's done, you just change the paper over so it doesn't hold a lot of grease. And, to kind of give it a test of whether it's, I'd maybe take a little bit of flour. And if it sizzles, then I kind of decide, okay, now it's time. So, just take it and shake it off. And, I just find a spot to lay it. Mainly, I start close to me. I don't know why. But just let it kind of fall in there. I don't mess with grease, so I just drop them in there. Just shaking it off, and just putting places. I don't mess with grease at all. Like, I love my chicken, but I don't mess around with grease. So just lay it in there, and it'll cook by itself. And then I just go by the time I have now and have it to where, I let that cook about 20 minutes. Like, I let the first batch cook. I let the first one cook about 20 minutes, so I'm going to let this one cook at about 20. So once, I see that, all my chicken is gone, then I just take this bag and just throw it away. And then for, of course, the biscuits, everybody know how to make biscuits. You just pop them open, sit them out on the plate, and, within that 20 minutes, I should have my chicken should be done. And the red beans and rice now, it's done. It comes done, of course, but you just warming it up, and season it to your taste. And I like mine kind of spicy, like mama's red beans and rice. So, like I said, everything is just, quick. Everything is quick cook for me. Then, the biscuits, of course, come in these little rolls. Then, sometimes I try to make enough. I don't know. With my kids, you never know, because they'll eat them, and then one minute they will, next minute they won't. These are going pretty good, and these are warm, but they're already done. So by the time this gets done, because I'm cooking them both, 20 minutes a piece. 20 minutes a piece, I'm cooking both of these sets. I call them sets of chicken, because that's the only way I can keep up with, if they're done or not. I just watch my time. Like I said, most of y'all old school people, I know y'all do it totally different. Y'all don't have to watch the chicken, and y'all do it totally different like my mom. But by the time that chicken is done, then these biscuits should be done within the next 20 minutes. So I'm sorry if I'm all over the place with the camera, but I'm kind of working all off of using one hand. And I just try to make them fit, I was going to cook one, but I decided, somebody might want extra, so I'll just make 2 of these, and then just let them. All right. So everything's still cooking, and I will come back to show you guys the finished plate of things that I have made, and we will be back. All right, you guys, I'm back, but this time with no flash. Maybe I should have turned it on, but you seen that part that's cooking. You can kind of tell, when your chicken is about ready, when it starts to float to the top. So, just so that, it don't get too dark on one side, sometimes I just take my little spatula and just roll it, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at it and roll it at the same time. Like, just roll it so that it ain't laying on one side the whole time cooking. Let's see. Been about 20 minutes. Biscuits are done. chicken is floating like I thought it would, almost about to be done. And I will be right back. Alright, you guys, this is the finished product of my chicken, biscuits, red beans, and rice. And I'm just showing you one of the little one's plates. But this is the finishing result. The biscuits. And this is all the chicken. It took me about 40 minutes, and I think I put like 6 pieces, and I let them cook for 20 minutes a piece, and then kind of flipped them a little bit, like 10 minutes in between each 20-minute cook. So 2 batches of chicken and just the glory red beans and rice with a little bit of cayenne pepper, chili powder, and salt. This is what I have made for tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Chefing with Cashmere. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to send me some recipes that I can cook and I can try. Or let me know what you do. What's your little theory when you cook, or how do you cook? What do you see different that you might have did, or that you do at home totally different from what I'm doing? Let me know. Hit that like button. Thank you.